What's going on, everybody, man? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Chessmove Radio. It's another Wednesday. You know what it is. It's hump day, and I'm your gracious host. And today's episode, we're going to be talking about, man, being the director of your life. And before I get into the game, before I get into the topic, you know what you have to do, man. Go to Chessmove Radio YouTube channel and go subscribe, man, to the channel so you get all the notifications. And also go and follow us on Facebook at Chessmove Radio, man, so you can catch all the latest episodes that come about. But other than that, like I said, before I get into the game, I will be right back after these messages. So stay tuned to Chessmove Radio. Yep. If you've been looking to secure your future financially, no reason to look any longer. My Future Investment will take care of you. All you have to do is hit up myfutureinvestment317@gmail.com and we will handle the rest. No further looking, no longer looking, we have you. All you have to do is email us your name, your number, and it's a good time to contact you and we will handle the rest for you. Remember, that's myfutureinvestment317@gmail.com. Welcome back to Chessmove Radio. Like I said, today's topic going to be talking about, man, being director of your own life. But before I get into the topic, man, how everybody doing on this Hump Day Wednesday? Hopefully everybody's having a good week so far, because it's 2 more days left for the grind. So hopefully everybody can finish it off strong. But before I get into the topic, I want to talk about that Harriet Tubman movie. So it's been reportedly that they made $11 million after having I think $17 million budget that they spent somewhere around that. And you can say they probably spent extra money as far as advertisement. So $11 million is definitely a flop. If you spend more, make less than what you spent on a movie, then you definitely flopped. So what has been reported now through the media outlet Hollywood trying to report just to save face is they trying to tell you, even though they know they lost, they won. When was the last time you heard Hollywood say anything about a movie that made less than they spent on making the movie? I'll wait. Please tell me, because I will wait. Because you will never hear Hollywood even saying anything remotely about something that flopped. But since they don't want to take an L or seem like they took an L, they rather than tell you they won even though they lost. They are majorly in a hole right now, because if they spend X amount of dollars and they didn't make nowhere near of what they spent on making this movie, it definitely was a loss. Definitely was a loss. And you got to understand, man, see, black people, for one, we wasn't falling for this movie, Harriet Tubman movie whatsoever. So now they trying to save face and tell black people that this was a success. See, black people, foundational black Americans, we stayed on code when it came to this movie, because the woman that played Harriet Tubman, she and other black immigrants, which she surrounded herself by, they talk very foul, they talk very disparaging about black Americans. You understand? So, as black Americans, foundational black Americans, we took a stand. We stayed on code. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of us didn't go and watch the movie, didn't go see the movie. So, right now, Hollywood is mad right now. And because due to the fact, what they are trying to do now, they trying to replace our black foundational actors with tethers. With all these immigrant actors coming in, they try to replace them and have them playing as our heroes, our foundational black American heroes. You understand? But black people, you know what I'm saying, we're not going to support something of a movie that was straight BS. You know what I'm saying? When you definitely had a character in there that was false bounty hunter, this black guy, and they made him basically like the villain of the movie. he was more villain than the plantation master. They had him in the movie, I heard, doing majority of the killing. You understand? They had him in there beating majority of the women. So basically what they try to make the movie look like, man, they tried to say, look at all this toxic masculinity. See, I did an episode about this 2 weeks ago about toxic masculinity, and this looked like this is exactly what they were trying to push within the movie by having this black made up bounty hunter character in the movie beat majority of the black women, so they can be like, look y'all, look at this toxic masculinity that these black guys have. And everybody that stayed on code and knew the real truth knew this was a fake, made-up bounty hunter character. See what the publicists and people within that was in charge of making this movie, they try to tell you, well, it was some black bounty hunters around that time, but sort of, kind of, but really it wasn't. So if you know the truth and you know your history, like I said, it's important to know your history, because if you don't, people can tell you anything. And that's exactly what they try to do. They try to force feed us nonsense with this movie. So this movie was a major flop out the gate. Only made like 11 million with a budget, I think, of 17 million, and probably spend more, add more of the dollars on there when it comes to advertisement. See what they trying to do? They tried to what can I say? They tried to shame us. They basically trying to play us like fools when it comes to mathematics, trying to tell us 2 + 2 = 8. See, they try to tell us, well, you know, even though we had we spent this X amount of dollars on this movie, and we didn't make nowhere near what we spent, but we still won. See, they trying to insult your intelligence. Exactly what they try to do, insult your intelligence. But black people, we didn't fall for it. We stayed on code, and the movie was a flop. Like it should be. Rightfully so. The movie should be definitely a flop. Because we can't allow people to make movies of our foundational black American heroes and lie to us in our face, man, when it comes to the movie. That's why I say it's important to know your history. It's important to know where you come from, because if you don't, people can use anything against you, tell you lies, and you will believe it because you don't know better. But before I get into the topic, I want to talk about this Popeye's chicken situation, man. This Popeye's chicken situation, man. Popeye's chicken is back, and now you see black people back acting a fool. Black people out here trying to get more of the chicken sandwiches, fighting again. I seen one video online, man, where you had a group of cars in the drive-thru. Looked like one car got smashed up along the yellow pole, and you had people standing right in front of the menu, in front of the thing where you order your food at, standing right there in front of it, arguing. So one of the employees from Popeye's Chicken had to come outside and get, try to get things in order, because black people once again are auditioning for the plantation, buck dancing for a chicken sandwich. We got a lot of other things going on besides auditioning to be on the plantation and buck dancing for a chicken sandwich, man. It's ridiculous, man. So, like I said, man, we got to get it together. But I don't want to hold y'all no longer. Let me get into the topic at hand. Like I said, today's topic I'm going to be talking about is being director of your own life. And this is something that's very important, man, being the director of your own life, because for the simple fact is, you see a lot of times where, that you have people that might listen to their mother, might listen to their father, their sister, their brother, their girlfriend, their boyfriend, auntie, uncle, what have you. And it might not be the best advice for them. And sometimes people allow others to take control of their life, to direct their life. Sometimes people allow others to come in and shape their reality. in all reality is you supposed to be the director of your own life. No one's supposed to take control of your own life and shape it for you. It's all about self. Wherever you see yourself at within 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 to 30 years. You're supposed to direct your life. You're supposed to direct your happiness. Steady saying what you can't do, ask yourself, how can I? How can I go and get a business? How can I go and get a vacation? How can I get a significant other that's going to be a special partner to me? You got to ask the questions, the right questions. How can I? And becoming a director of your own life, you take control of what you're going to allow to come in within your life at all times. When you start to define yourself, your self-worth, your self-being, then you start to flex power. That's when you start to gain power within yourself. Because now you won't allow others to tell you how your life's supposed to be or what you're supposed to be doing in life. See, you got some people, that don't want to go to college. But all they hearing growing up is they mama, they father, people within their family telling them, oh, you have to go to college. Everybody before you went to college. Everyone got their degrees. But that might not be your life. That might not be for you whatsoever. You might see yourself going out and being an entrepreneur, owning your own business. You might see yourself in a whole different light. That might not be for you. College might not be what you want. So sometimes people listen to their family and next thing you know, they go to college. In 4 years, it's like a waste of time because it's not their passion. This is not what they want to do. This is not what they envision for their life. So they in college for 4 years, just passing by, just surviving to make others happy. But they're not happy. So that's why I tell people it's so important, man, to direct your own life, to shape your own reality. Don't let somebody else's reality become yours. Because it's always start with self. That's why you have self-esteem, self-control, self-motivation. Because everything starts within yourself. You become the director of your life. You control the narrative. You control how you want your life to turn out. Like I said, if you want to take that vacation, you can take a vacation. Ask yourself, how can you take a vacation? And by you asking yourself that question, how can I, that will lead you to answers. That will lead you to solutions. Versus asking yourself, telling yourself, I can't. Now, you're talking yourself out of something that you possibly can have by saying, I can't. That's not giving yourself motivation to do it. So you're going to ask yourself, how can I? How can I go and find the right person that I need within my life? I'm looking for a spouse. I'm looking for a significant other. So how can I find this person, this special person that I'm looking for? See, when you speak into existence, you ask yourself the right questions, you get the right answers. Everything starts to fall in place. Everything starts to fall in line. You no longer have to really put in the work because when you ask yourself the right questions, everything gonna fall in line for you. Next thing you know, you're gonna run across that significant other that you was looking for. That person that you can build with. You can build a family with, a foundation with. But when you say, I can't find somebody, I can't do this, I can't do that, now you planting them seeds that you will never be able to shape a reality that's see fit for yourself. Now you're directing the wrong movie for yourself. You're directing the wrong reality for yourself. So when you ask yourself the right questions, you bring in that right type of vibe, that type of positive energy that you need. Like I said, when you are out here and you being the director of your life, you taking the power within your own hands. You controlling the power. You controlling yourself. You're not letting somebody else take control of your life and telling you what you need to do. You're not letting anybody come in telling you how you should live your life. Like I said, it's a lot of times you see a lot of people out here, man. It's like right now regretting what they should have done years ago, but now they stuck on a job. They stuck somewhere in life where they don't want to be at because they listen to others. That's why it's so important, man, to take control of your own happiness, to direct your own, be the director of your own life. Because like I said many times, I tell people, man, you either want hell, you either going to make hell for yourself, or you're going to make heaven for yourself. You're either going to direct the life where you can enjoy, you're going to direct the life, be the director of your life, direct the life where you don't have no worries, no doubts, no stress, or you're going to direct, or you're going to allow somebody else to take control of your life and be director of your life and shape your reality to something that you don't want. And that's very important, man. Like I said, you see a lot of people out here that's miserable in a relationship or at a job or just struggling within life because they listened to others, took advice from others where they allowed somebody else to come in to control their every move, to tell them what they should be doing in life because they want to see this person happy, to make this person happy, steady first making yourself happy. You got to take control of your life and be the director of your own life. See, me, I learned that early in life, man. I learned that very early in life. If I wanted happiness in life, I wanted to be happy, I need to take control of my own happiness. I need to become the director of my life. So what I did was, man, I wrote down goals, man, in life. And each time I accomplished that goal, I start on the next goal. I set standards within my life. I told myself, in life, and I'm gonna put it like this, I'm not knocking anybody, but I always tell myself I wanted one wife, one mother of my child, that's my wife. I don't want 2, 3, 4 baby mothers. I wanted one. So that was the number one. That was my standards. I wanted somebody, second, I could be able to build a family with, a foundation with. I could build businesses with. I want somebody that I can be able to, somebody can help me maintain the foundation, keeping it strong. So I had standards within my life. I became the director of my life, and I chose somebody that's within my standards or above my standards. I never went below that. And I always told myself, I want to be an entrepreneur to the point I can control my own life, where I can make my own schedule, I can be my own boss, I can do what I want to do. So these are goals that I created within my life. So that's why I say, man, it's very important to becoming the director of your life. And that's what I did. So when I look back on things, man, me and my wife, man, we have a brand new house that we built. We chose everything that we wanted. have a handsome son that we had this year. That was an extension to our family. Both me and my wife, we both have nice automobiles that we can drive back and forth to get where we need to go. We have things put in place where we are secure. We have plans. We have goals. See, that's what's so important. That's why it's so important, man, to become a director of your life, because you can pick and choose what you want within your life. It's not something, see, when you look back on your life, just look back on your life and see if it's there anything within your life that you didn't choose for it to be there. Somebody else chose it for you. A job, a significant other, anything. Just look back at your life, man, and see if anything that's in your life right now that somebody else chose for you, that you did not choose for yourself to be within your life. Because if it is, then you got to make sure that you become the director of your life, and you pick, so you can be able to pick and choose what you want to allow that's within your life. Because it's very important, because you don't want nothing that's in your life that ain't supposed to be there. Because when I look back on my life, man, everything that I want in life, I picked. My wife, the type of wife I wanted, the type of car I wanted, the type of house I wanted, the type of business I wanted. So all these things I put in place, man, and became director of my life, because now because when I look back on my life, everything that's within my life, I chose that. So if now I'm not happy within my life, now it's up to me. It's not up to somebody else, because I chose it. So I can't be mad at nobody but myself. I take the accountability of that. See, that's why I say, man, it's important, guys, to become director of your life. Because when you can control your life, control every move, every step, and you can dictate what you want and what you don't want, then you control the power. You can control whatever goes on. You can control your reality. You can build your reality. You can shape your reality. You can form your reality. See, no one else can do that for you, man. So if you got somebody telling you what you need to do in life, what you should have done in life, and what you can't do in life, then you don't need to be listening to that person, because you don't need somebody else to direct you when you can be your own director. You can pick and choose what you want to do, because it's up to you. Like I said, it starts with self. See, a lot of time people get caught up in trying to make somebody else happy and fulfill somebody else's happiness, with now you leaving yourself out the equation. Now you're not happy. You're not satisfied. Like I said many times, man, it starts with self. Self, man. Become the director of your life. The director that, see, when you can direct, you can control, you can dictate how you want things to turn out. See, when you're not the director, then you can't control that, how things gonna turn out. You don't have no control whatsoever, because when somebody else is directing your life and controlling your life, now they can form your reality. They can shape your reality. They can make your reality for you. And that's not what you want in life, man. That's not what you live for in life, for somebody else to direct you. It's very important, man, to become directed. Like I said, man, I learned that early. I learned that early. I envisioned something bigger for myself. I made a plan out for 30 years so I could stay motivated for 30 years. I envisioned something bigger. I ask myself every day, how can I get something done? Not I can't, but how can I? Or why can't I? I ask myself, how can I? Because it's very important, man. Like I said, it's very important for you to ask the right questions. Right questions will lead you to the right answers and give you the right results and give you the right solutions that you need to solve the question that you have asked yourself. So that's very, very important, man. Like I said many times, man, I know sometimes life can get hard to the point where you might have to turn to somebody for some advice. You might have to turn to somebody for some help. But at the same time, that doesn't mean you have to allow them to be the director. There's nothing wrong to getting advice or help from others, but at the same time, you don't allow people to become the director. You can choose whether you want to take their advice, or you can choose if you want to receive their help. But at the same time, you always want to remain the director within your life. I know, like I said, man, it could be your father, your mother, your sister, brother, auntie, uncle, your spouse. And I know when it comes to family, some people want to make their families happy, proud, because their family, you might have a legacy. Like I said, you might have a legacy that everybody went to college and graduated, but that's not yours. That's not what you envision for your life. Like I said, whatever you envision for your life, that's what you go towards. You gotta start thinking positive. Positive thoughts bring positive results. And that's very important, man. And like I said, man, don't focus on the failure. Focus on the success that you can have by doing it. Focus on succeeding within your life. Don't focus on failing. Because once you focus on failing, that's the type of results that you're going to get, man. So you got to redirect your thoughts, redirect your game. Sometimes it takes being confident and knowing that you can get it done. Sometimes it takes being arrogant to the point where you know can't nobody or anybody gonna stop you. Just like when you see that if anybody watch Power, you see how Ghost is? Ghost is very confident. He's very arrogant to the point where he's not gonna let anybody stop him from changing his life, from becoming a better person by all means necessary. So that's how you have to do, man. You got to have constructive thoughts, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, whatever you want to do in life, you got to ask yourself. You got to have confidence within yourself. You got to build yourself up to be able to get whatever you need to get going, done. See, people get caught up in this and start thinking, well, I don't have enough money to be able to do what I need to do. I don't have enough money to travel. I don't have enough money to build any wealth, to save. I don't have any money to be able to create my own business or this or that. But it's not about the money at all whatsoever. It's all about you focusing and envisioning and applying that and asking yourself, how can I? You got to have the desire to be able to want to do something and get it, and you'll be able to get it done. Trust me, you'll be able to get it done. You have a lot of people out here who didn't have a lot, but now they owning multi-million-dollar businesses right now. Look at the Amazon guy. They started in the garage just selling books, but he had a vision where he can grow this business in something bigger. He didn't allow anybody to stop him whatsoever. I think 2 guys dropped out early when Amazon wasn't big yet. And I know right now they regret it. Because now when they look back and see now, and they can, look right now and see how Amazon is doing, I know they regret selling their stock, selling their shares, or just, bailing out early in the first phase of business. So like I said, man, you got to, man, be the director of your life. Redirect your thoughts, envision things you want, and ask yourself, how can I? Because it's very, very, very important. But other than that, man, it's been a great show today. Hopefully everybody, man, enjoyed the show today. Make sure you go to Chessmove Radio YouTube channel. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, go to, and you can also follow us at Chessmove Radio Facebook page, so you get all the latest episodes that's out right now. But other than that, man, everybody have a great day.